Hello team, welcome back. Welcome to DevOps training. And in this particular section, this is a new section which we are going to start today. And in this particular section, we will learn about the Git Stash. So we will learn about the Git Stash. We will learn what is the applications of the Git Stash, and we will learn how we can use or how helpful the Git Stash in our professional life, right? So let's start with the basic definitions. Then we will cover the basic commands of the stash, and we will see what is the applications of the stash in between this particular lecture, right? So let's first go through the basic definition. This is the short definition, and later on I will explain the complete scenario and the application of the Git stash. So what is Git stash? So basically, guys, the Git stash is used to save your uncommitted changes so that you can work on something else and revert them from your working directory. What does it mean? So basically, in the production, when we are working on any project, then there could be multiple challenges. We have to done some kind of work which is quite lengthy, right? All the work is not short term in our daily office life, or you can say in the production or in the scenario which you done on the working directory, right? So there may be requirements like you're working on something, right? You're working on something, you are working on different branches, and you need to save that particular work for the later on. You need to basically draft that particular work, and you need to switch some other work to make it on priority or to complete it on priority. So we can understand it like you're working on a feature, right? You're working on a feature in which in this particular feature you have done the multiple changes in the multiple files, right? But suddenly your manager asks you, or your mentor asks you to switch something else, okay, and do it on priority, okay, and which is in the same project. So now what you need to do, you need to save your changes, but you need to commit the changes which I need to fix immediately, for which I need to provide the fix immediately. Okay, so how can we do that? So there could be two options. Either we can divide the do the things in a particular branches. I keep the separate copy for separate branch of the same project. I keep the separate copy of the separate branch for the same project, and I'm doing the my changes in a one working directory, and I'm doing the latest changes in another working directory. But maybe at runtime this is not possible, right? So what we need something like, okay, if I don't want to commit some files, then okay, there is no need to commit that, okay, but I want to save them. I want to save them for the future reference so that I can't lose that work. So this is the situation where Git Stash will help you, right? So we will see how Git Stash will help you, right? So Git Stash will save all your uncommitted changes, okay, and revert them from your working directory. So working directory always up to date with your remote repository. So let's see how we can do it. So we know very well, we was working on the starter web project, right? And we have already, okay, open the GitHub, right? Let me allow to sign in. So this is my GitHub, right? And over here I was working on a directory. I have forked out starter web, uh, and I have forked out it from the SCM Ninja. And we was working on this particular directory, right? You remember? So I have cloned this particular project over here. So I will open the terminal over here, right? And I will run the command get status like this. And it is saying your branch is ahead of origin by two commits. So first I will make my branch up to date with my remote repository. So I will say git pull origin master, right? Git push origin master. Yeah, all done, right? Now let's clear the console and execute the command get status. So you can see my branch is up to date with my remote repository, right? and list out all the files which I have in my particular project. So I have 404 HTML, cross domain XML, favicon icon, humans text, JS, logs, readmd, index.html. There could be multiple files what I have, right? So suppose I'm going to edit one of the file. So I'm going to edit simple HTML file, right? I open it in my Sublime, right? And suppose I'm going to remove this particular title, test proxy web application. I'm going to remove it, adding title for GIT Stash, right? Save it, close it, quit it, right? Now I will execute the command git status. See, it is saying there is one modified file which is sample.html, right? It is saying there is one modified file which is sample.html. And suppose in between I have a requirement and I need to create another file, so I'm creating another file like touch, and the file name should be, suppose we are taking stash, or we are taking some meaningful name, right? Oh, access logs, access.log, right? I will open the access log. Don't bother guys, I will fix it after this particular video. I will download the latest one. And in the access log, suppose I'm adding something like I'm adding access to authorized users only, added this file while learning stash, right? Now I save it, close it, quit it. Okay, I will again do the git status. Oh, no new file over here. ls. Oh, is there file access logs? Yes, access log is here, but it is not picking the access log. No issue. Uh, Git status. Okay, it is not picking up the newly added file. We'll see it later. Right? Clear. Now, what I need to do? Now I have a urgent requirement, and I need to save all the uncommitted changes. I need to work something on else, right? So what I need to do? So that in this way, I need to stash all the changes what I have done in my directory. And how can I stash these changes? So there is a simple command, right? There is a simple command which is called git stash, right? So I will simply say, go over here and say git stash, enter, and it is saying saved working directory index state WIP on master. WIP means work in progress, right? This is the hash merge branch my branch. Head is now this my branch, right? Git branch on master, right? So now let's see how we can do it. If now I will execute the git status, then it is saying your branch is up to date. I'm not getting any change what I made in the sample.html. If I will show this file sample.html, so you can see test proxy web application. Although I have renamed this particular title, right? But I'm not getting any changes over here, right? Now what I will do, and you can also see the file is here. Now what I will do, suppose I'm going to change readme.md file, right? And I'm adding something like adding new lectures. Uh-oh. Of stash, right? Close it, quit it, done, right? Again execute the git status. So I'm getting the readmd modified over here, right? So what I will do, I will commit this file. So add git add all, right? Git status. See, modified read is added. Now I will do on the express commit and say added status message in readme, right? So see, added stat message in the readme, right? I will execute the git status and my branch is up to date. Branch is ahead of one master, right? I will go and say git push origin master, right? Just a minute, guys. So I have pushed all my changes to my remote repository. If I will say get status, so it is saying my branch is up to date. Now the question is, although I have made some changes in the sample.html file, so where is my changes? Where are these changes which I have stashed earlier, right? How can I recover my stash changes? What I need to do? As per the definition, I know very well I have saved that changes and I have also get the particular stash commit. Stash has ID, sorry, not stash commit is a stash has. Now, where is this changes? How can I retrieve these changes? Right? So, there is a command, right? So clear it out. Run git. If you want to know, is there any changes in your stash file? Now you need to say git stash list. And it will list out all your stash changes. It is saying stash WIP means work in progress on master. This is the commit. This is the hash. Sorry, this is the hash. Now, how can I apply? How can I apply the stash changes on my working directory? So you need to write git stash apply. Press enter. Now, if I will execute git status, see one file is modified, which is sample.html file. Right? Now I need to commit this change as well. Git add git commit express commit, and over here I will say stash changes committed. Right? Now I will see git push origin master. Right? Just wait and it will push your all the changes on the master. Right? Now if I will execute get simple.html, so see the title is being changed over here, adding title for the git stash. Right? It means all the changes which you have made during the test period has been committed and merged with your remote repository. Now if I will execute get a status, so nothing is doing over here. If I will get readme file, see the changes what I made before the stash is also here. See the last line, adding new lectures in the stash, right? See this line. So this is the benefit of the stash. You have changed, you have saved all the changes in your working which was required. Okay, it will save your changes, revert them from your working directory, make your working directory clean. Okay, and later on you can pick up these changes and git will automatically merge with your latest, with your stash changes with your latest working directory code, right? So this is the beauty of the stash. Now there is another question. Clear. Now if I will execute git stash and list. So my stash code is still here. It is not being cleared. So how can I do it? Okay. So you need to drop the stash. After commit, you need to drop it. Okay. Otherwise it will confuse you using git stash drop. So it is dropped this one. Okay. Now if I will execute git stash and list, see nothing is here. Right. And if I want to execute the git log, say graph, one line, decorate, graph. See, it is saying added stash in readme. Okay, merge origin head, origin master, and origin master stash changes committed. Okay, so there is no trace of the stash in your git log, so it is not basically impacting your history as well. So this is the beauty of the git, right? Git stash. So why, how can we use the stash, and what is the conditions of the stash? So guys, if you have some uncommitted changes which you want to save, right, so you can stash them, and all these changes will be in your local directory. They will not be available on your remote repository, right? So this is the beauty of the stash. It will solve a lot of issues with the developer life, right? So thank you guys, thanks for your time. In the coming tutorial we will learn about the git stash pop, right? So thank you guys, thanks for your time.